In today's video, we are grabbing some easy to find items from the Dollar Tree, as well as some of my other favorite places, and turning them into gorgeous DIYs you won't want to miss. Please hit the thumbs up button and let's jump on into it. Alright, so hanging a gorgeous gold frame just by a simple ribbon and bow is just everywhere right now. Everybody's going crazy over it, so I knew I had to try to recreate this. I went ahead and upgraded my frame to just a Walmart $5 frame, but any Dollar Tree frame would work. I just wanted one to be a little bit more sturdy, one that was going to sit flat and flush against the wall, and just have a nice thick frame around it and not give off anything really cheap. So I upgraded to the Walmart frame. Go ahead and take that out. It does come with a wide mat for the inside to frame the photo, so I did go ahead and just use a Dollar Tree canvas. I love this one or any that just have like a simple photo on there, like a vase with flowers. It has this little shimmery effect to it with the gold. I just cut it off of the canvas, hot glued it onto the mat, replaced it in the frame, and then started working on my hanger. Since I'm hanging this on the wall, I did go ahead and remove the little stand off of the back, as well as hot glue the backing on so nothing's gonna fall off. And then I purchased this gorgeous ribbon off of Amazon. I'll have a link down below or tag that product, but it is this beautiful like lace trimmed ribbon, this darker green gingham pattern. I just tied a really tight bow and then left the little tails super long to glue along the back of the frame. And how cute is this? The ribbon coordinates with the photo in the middle and looks so cute hanging up. This caught my eye at the Goodwill the other day. I felt like it was a really cool shape. It looks almost like a scale to me, like where you hang something on either side. They used to sell similar things like this at Hobby Lobby, but I thought it would be really fun to use this as a jewelry holder. I originally thought I would tie little plants on both sides and have it hanging really cute, which would have worked really good, but I just thought if I use some of my rub and buff, I would turn this into a gorgeous gold color, and it could hold necklaces like really long on here. So if you originally knew what this was made for, you can let me know. It could even be a toilet paper holder, I'm not sure, but I went ahead and grabbed this at just $3.99. I felt like it was a great deal. Used my rub and buff. I always wear gloves whenever I use rub and buff because I do struggle to get this off of my hands, and it's probably not the best for you, something that sticks that much to your skin. So I go ahead and turn this into this gorgeous gold color, let that completely dry, and then I'm going to be adding some pressed flowers into the bottom. I love this little mix of like pink pressed flowers. I'll leave some pressed flowers linked down below, but I love putting them into things like this. It's going to just keep them, like group them really cute together. So I put the greenery down first and then just start layering them up. I think it's so cute when you layer the light and the darker flowers together, and then just put them on there however you like to. Let this dry. I did use clear school glue. You could use epoxy if you was going to like put this on your bathroom counter. This is something I just want to put inside of my walk-in closet, so I'm not worried about moisture hitting it or anything. So I feel like it's going to last pretty well, but it holds some longer necklaces. I think it's so stunning and definitely a glow up from the original purchase. Alright, so that's repurposing something that I used at the Goodwill, from the Goodwill. But I wanted to share with you how you can create something just as gorgeous using Dollar Tree products. I grabbed this $5 crate that I have been loving using on my channel. I grabbed several of them whenever they first hit the shelves, but you can find wooden crates anywhere if you can't find them at the Dollar Tree. And then I'm mixing up a combo of my mineral color to give it that like nice beige creamy color. And then it was just too dark for what I wanted, so I added a ton of white. I usually craft a ton of projects in the same day, so I I just always go ahead and mix up a ton of paint, and then I can use this on other projects as well. So don't worry about any paint going to waste. It rarely does. But I go ahead and give this a nice thick coat. I wanted it to be completely covered and not like rustic looking where I intentionally leave brush strokes. So full coverage. And then using a thumbtack, I am just marking where I want these little golden hooks. I also purchased these from Amazon. I'll link those down below, but they worked perfect to hold some little necklaces. This crate wasn't as tall as I wanted, so I did have to double up some of the necklaces, but I still think it held quite a bit. You could even add more hooks to the side. And then these little inserts come out of a frame that I used in a previous video, and these were left over because I just used the frame. So I pressed this, just hot glued it in the back, and I feel like it adds so much dimension and detail, and then putting the gold jewelry in the front just turns it into a really fun way to display your jewelry. Okay, so I feel like another winner product is this $5 cutlery holder. I thought this was going to be something that they put out and we never see again, but it's still easy to find at my store. At least I've been seeing it, so I go ahead and grab it. I thought it would be fun to paint it like this nice creamy color. So go ahead, just take that outside and spray paint it. Let that completely dry. Once again, putting on gloves to use this rub and buff because it is really stout whenever you touch it with your skin, hard to get off. I am just lightly dipping my finger in it, rubbing it on the paper, and then just outlining the little lines. I feel like this is going to dress it up quite a bit and just make it pop a little bit more, make it look like it has a little bit more of a decorative feature instead of just being a plain cheap plastic organizer. And then filling this full of like makeup products or bathroom products. It is a really great organizer that you don't have to just use for your plastic utensils. Alright, so one of my favorite things are hanging baskets that you can put plants in. I feel like it dresses up any space, especially if you have like wall hooks, a shelf that has hooks on it, or you just want to hang it from like an area, a blank space or area, or the corner of a room. I wanted to fix this up. I do not like the color orange. It's just one of my least favorite colors until it's fall or Halloween time. So I wanted to cover that up. I had a really fun idea. I made a project a couple of weeks ago with some blacked out flowers that looks really cool on a canvas, and I wanted to do that same effect on this hanging basket. So first up, I knew I had to get rid of that ugly orange color. Sorry if you love this, but go ahead, covering it up with just some black paint. I originally thought I could paint the entire basket, but I knew that was going to be quite a job, and this looks just as good. So to get that same blacked out effect, I needed to paint some flowers black. These are my favorite style flowers to use just because they're really big. They show up really well, especially when you're painting them black. You need a lot of texture and dimension on the flowers. So go ahead, take those outside. I spray painted them black, and then just attaching them like halfway between the black and the original rope basket. And I love the effect of this. Just popped a plant in there, styled this, and I think it gives it more of a high-end look. Alright, so I had this really fun idea to actually create like a little succulent topper to go on a set of books. We are not ruining the books. You can use your favorite books, any books that you have on hand, thrift store books, or ones that are already sitting on the shelf and you just want to make a little topper for them ready to go. We are not gluing anything to the books but to a little wooden piece that makes it look like the books are an actual planter. So I started with this little thin piece of wood and hot glued some of this moss, just green moss from the Dollar Tree, all the way around it, and then attaching some succulents. Now I've done projects similar to this, like putting it inside the book, and I'll share that project next, but for this, just gluing whichever succulents that you want down on this little piece. It kind of reminds me of like a mug topper, how you can take it off, use the mug, or put it back if you're just wanting to style it. But this is so cute. One of my favorite hacks is to just pick up a greenery pick to fill in the empty spaces instead of keep purchasing the $1.25 succulents. But I go ahead, make this an entire piece, and it looks so beautiful, styled right on top. Perfect for summertime to add in extra greenery, make your home home feel more cozy while still keeping it like summer theme. But how cute is this? And I love that we can just pop it off and put it on another set of books. This is how I did it inside of a book, and this was like an old book from a thrift store or the Dollar Tree, one that you don't love, obviously. So go ahead, just pop the wood down inside the book, and you wouldn't have to attach this. You could make my little topper, I guess, and I don't know, it might ruin the page. It might slide out, so you would have to attach it anyways. But for this, I glued the wood inside of the book, attached the moss and the succulents, and just filled it in, and it's one of my favorite pieces. I still have it displayed right now. I just think it's so cute, and anybody that like loves reading, it's a fun way to just get to decorate with your own books. I have so many greenery pieces or floral stems on hand that I love to look for cute little planters that I can easily make over. So this one, I can definitely tell it looks dated. It's darker, has a few of the little gold pieces like popping out, but I feel like it needed more gold, especially to fit into like my style. And I love the fact that it already had the styrofoam in place. You don't have to fight with gluing any of that down. So just taking some of my rub and buff, and then sometimes I like to use paintbrushes. I struggle to get the rub and buff out of the paintbrush though, so I just use older ones that I don't mind tossing in the trash. But go ahead, dip it in there, and just give this a complete makeover. The rub and buff is amazing because it completely covers it without any effort at all. If you were trying to paint this with like acrylic gold paint, it would be streaky and need like 4 coats of it, or the ones that I have used in the past, and then you just let it dry and it doesn't like come off or get on your hands or anything. And then just kind of took apart the floral stems that I had. I do like to use my wire cutters and separate them so you have more control about where the greenery is going, but filled this in and then it's ready to go. So just a 5-minute craft with something that somebody didn't want at the Goodwill. I feel like it's so much fun giving old things like new purpose and new life. So a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. I had so much fun making all of these new projects. I know we're on summer break, so my videos have kind of slowed down, but I appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you next week. Happy crafting. Bye.